Sunday was a little wild. If you're watching Red Zone, the witching hour got crazy. This game had a lot to do with it. Erin, Joe, how do the Cowboys let this happen?
Well, they're the Cowboys,
Yeah, I was gonna say,
so that would be number
Cowboys.
one. The killer here, and I know we're jumping into this right now, this game was 3-3 at the half.
Yeah.
This was a dead shot under, one of the worst beats of the season if you played the under here.
So we're going to overtime after that 86-yard miracle score. Wrong.
Oh, man.
Austin Seibert, who's been unreal all season, misses the extra
one job.
point. Yeah, he had one job. Wanye Thomas then recovers the onside kick and returns it. So the Cowboys win, plus 425 on the money line. The only double-digit dog to pull an outright upset.
Nice job by Dallas jeopardizing that draft position.
Broncos and Raiders got a little squirrely for those betting the side down the stretch. Bo Nix finds Cortland Sutton for a second TD of the game. So that makes it 25-16 after an extra point and a field goal. They're up by 10. And the Raiders have a chance here late, guys.
Desmond Ridder with a chance to be the hero to backdoor it for the Raiders. There were a lot of sharp-sided guys in Vegas that were playing the Raiders here. The Broncos hadn't won a road game going back to, I want to say, Oakland against the Raiders. Ridder couldn't cash. Bronco tickets survived.
Yeah, I'm happy I didn't take him as dog of the year. Dog of the week.
Yeah, Sean Payton is pumped to be 9-3 against the spread, and he's also pumped that his rookie QB, guys, look at this. Erin making some moves in the Rookie of the Year odds. Are you interested in Bo Nix right now?
No, I'm not interested in Bo Nix. I still think I like Jaden Daniels, but I mean, minus 150, I wouldn't like that right now.
The Daniels schedule coming up is very favorable, but remember, this is a Cliff Kingsbury trademark. He doesn't vary things up. He put out a lot of tape. It was the same thing in Arizona. In the second half of the season, everybody catches up and his offenses fall off, and you're starting to see that again.
Broncos are ascending towards the playoff. Washington might be falling out of the playoff picture in the NFC. In their division, you guys were happy to see this last night.
Insane.
Me, not so much. Saquon Barkley ran all over my LA Rams.
Unstoppable.
2 long touchdowns, 255 rushing yards. The offensive line dominated. Eagles win easily, winning and covering. Erin, 37-20.
All I needed was a Hurts INT for that rolling with only the cash.
Didn't get there. We have a running back that is fourth in the MVP market at 6-1.
I can't believe how much that dropped.
Key to look at right now, Offensive Player of the Year. That flipped in a big way. Derrick Henry plays tonight. A big game tonight will completely flip that again. When you put Henry's numbers side by side with Barkley's, they're a lot closer than that pricing would indicate. That is one big game that swung the market too far. The value is in Henry.
Football feast. As always, the slate kicks off with the Detroit Lions. They'll be hosting Caleb Williams and the Bears. Detroit pacing the league at 10-1, but also an astounding 9-2 against the spread. They're favored by 11 on Thursday. Then it's Cowboys-Giants. No Dak Prescott, no Daniel Jones. Cooper Rush and likely Tommy DeVito under center in this one. Dallas laying 4. And in the finale, Dolphins at Packers from Lambeau. Miami's offense revived with Tua back under center, while Green Bay has won 6 of 7. Pack favored by a field goal. Back with Joe and Erin. I'll start with you, Fortenbaugh. What's your favorite Thanksgiving play?
Packers, -3. I'm shocked this is not at least 3.5. There's pretty much 3 key elements to this, and I cannot, again, figure out why it's not higher. Let's start with Tua in cold weather. He's terrible. He's not a cold weather guy. For his career, you go below 47 degrees, which is going to be hovering around 30 or colder when they're playing at Lambeau on Thursday night. 0-6 straight up, 1-5 against the spread, missing the cover margin by 15 points per game. They're not even close in these games. So look at the numbers from him. Look at the numbers overall. That's one element to this. Element number 2, Miami playing a good team. Are we not at the point where we understand this yet? This line is where it is because they're on a 3-game winning streak against the Rams, the Raiders, and the Patriots. None of those teams are any good, right? You play a real team like this, that's where Miami has problems. And then number 3, go back a few weeks. Green Bay at home was laying 2.5 against Minnesota. They're laying 3 against Miami. Are we to believe Minnesota and Miami are comparable? Not really. Minnesota's good. Miami's
Yeah, I like that one. I'm going to look at the Detroit Lions in the first half. I laid the 6.5 points. They've absolutely been rolling, more specifically in the first half. They're 9-2 ATS in the first half this season. And we know the Bears, they haven't been great. They have not covered a first half spread on the road this season. Going back to Detroit, though, they averaged the most points in the first half with 19, as well as holding opponents to the 6th fewest points in the first half. Chicago, I mean, they're only averaging 9 points in the first half this season. I just think this is one of those spots where I'm not going to fade the Detroit Lions playing at home on Thanksgiving. Even though it's a short week, they should jump out on the squad.
All right, you two left me with the game. We'll likely be napping during Giants and Cowboys. I don't know who's going to watch that, but just because we're sleeping.
That'll probably do the biggest rating.
I'm sure. Just because of the markets, the products won't be that good. Just because we're sleeping, though, doesn't mean we can't make some money here. I think the Cowboys are the right side. Cooper Rush, I should say, has been a pretty good quarterback to bet on when he's had to fill in for Dak Prescott. And the outright upset last week or Sunday, I should say, as a double-digit dog against the Commanders, another feather in his cap. When you just stack up rosters, I think they have the better quarterback. They have the more talented roster. Guys like Micah Parsons, CeeDee Lamb, elite talents. I think the Cowboys should cover, but again, betting on the Cowboys this year hasn't been the best endeavor.
Especially at home where they get blown out. That tells you everything you need to know about the Giants. They're laying 4 against the Giants. They haven't won at home going back to last year. They get smashed in these games. Absolutely smashed. And to tell you the truth, I can't tell you it's a bad bet. New York is that bad.
New York really is that bad. I mean, we saw that yesterday. I think some people thought Tommy DeVito was going to do something, anything for camaraderie maybe, but it was not pretty sight.
That was never a competitive game. And Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers are plucky, but they're far from an elite team.